Well, welcome to Mystic Moon's Far Out Tarot. Are you ready for space aliens? Space aliens, an invasion. They're hinting, they're preparing us for space invasion. Non-humans, non-humans. Are you ready? Are you ready to be charged out of your comfort zones? Fake alien invasion. Some people say it's fake. Some flat earthers say there's no such thing as aliens. We're the only people. We're the only. We're in the matrix. We. There's nothing else alive in this universe except us. 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 And we know that that's not true. We know that's not true. There are cats. There are dogs. There are cockroaches. There are monkeys. There's trees, there's flowers, there's dinosaurs. There were dinosaurs, and maybe there still are dinosaurs, considering they do find DNA substitutes, experiments. But fake alien attack, or a real alien attack, or a greeting. Now, we've been approached in different civilizations in the past of humanity by non-humans. The monoliths world, a lot of knowledge is kept from us. And we're led to believe that this is as high as we go. High. Now, are you ready? Are you really ready? Now, first of all, is it going to be a fake alien attack? That's something that we have to ask the heavens. We're going to have to ask the universe. Is there going to be a fake alien attack or a real alien attack? Now, first of all, let's ask fake alien attack. 3i Atlas, every single day, there's more and more in the news. And we know right now the position of 3i Atlas, which is the third interstellar visitor that we have had. First, there was Oumuamua. And even briefly, there was a Neo-Oumuamua, which is Hawaiian for visitor. Incidentally, Oumuamua Hawaiian. And then we had Borisov, was the second interstellar object. Now we have this massive so-called comet or traveler or something. 3i Atlas, the third interstellar visitor that we can detect. Now, the strange thing about all these objects, especially 3i Atlas, third interstellar object, is the fact that we heard a long time ago that there was radio signals coming from a certain part of the universe to us. It was responding to something, and we heard the words. We heard what was binarily decoded as words, which is, are you prepared? Are you prepared? And that was quickly hushed up. But they've been following it, and there have been like a number of strange type of communication going on. It's like before there was the gas, there wasn't enough iron discharges in it that we could detect. And then soon thereafter that, the anomaly was presented. There was more iron. There became more traces of iron, nickel and iron, and all these type of things. And the tail was in front of the so-called comet. So we've been like building up this Manhattan-sized object floating around, traveling around in our galaxy, in our solar system. And strangely enough, we're not going to hear or know any actual facts, supposedly, until around Christmas time, the 19th of December. The 19th of December. Well, that's something that we have to also think about. It's almost as though, what are we being orchestrated? Now, let's before we even think about a fake alien attack, let's also note that that science, excuse the word science, theater also can project images that are quite realistic. Uh, Holograms could be any size. They could make a hologram. Like I once saw a hologram about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. I mean, it was big, the size of a football field, 9 football fields. It was a moon. It was a moon, and it was big. It was right outside my window too. I lived in an urban situation, and I had one side of a factory, and the setting sun, the setting sun was huge. And then I went to go get a camera to photograph it. And I just moved into this place. As I said, one side was all glass. The outside world was visible, very visible. And then, and then, as I went to go grab my camera, I came back to the spot, that I was going to photograph it as, because it was like, wow, look at this view, wow. And then it was gone in a flash. It was gone. By the time I just went to the 2 minutes to go to get my camera, it was gone. And something that big and that close and that huge just doesn't disappear. And of course, make note that so-called hologram or so-called something was not reported in the paper. Oh, vanishing moon. No. And was also close to a deep underground military base, which they did things like that. They are known to do certain things like that. So I have seen holograms that look quite real, quite real. But now we're talking about more than just digital fooling around. We're talking about the fact that space, life on different planets, space is real. Non-humans are real. We know that. Don't get full of ourselves that we are the only bravo out there. Don't get that way. I mean, and what is the moon too? I mean, there's been a lot of speculation throughout throughout recorded history, that the moon was not always there, and that the moon could also be a base, an observation post. And that's another story altogether. We also have evidence there's been more activity on the moon than the United States people have been graced to accept and believe. Now, one thing about the United States is kind of weird. They don't want to tell you, don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat, don't rock the boat. For a country that's supposed to be full of innovation and individualism, there's a lot of stagnancy. That's a word I'm just making up. Stagnant elements, slow moving, quicksand. There's a lot of not dispersion of ideas. I mean, knowledge is kind of like the Pandora's box. Knowledge is different. Thank you. Hi. Knowledge is kind of like kept from us. We got to put through the teeth. We got to go into loans. We have to do this. We have to do this to find out, does the square fit into the square? But about like non-humans, about space, about planets. Now, they knew about planets. There were more than 8 or 9 planets years and years and years and years ago. What did they tell us for years and years and years? There were only like 9 planets, 8 planets. And of course, to be a planet, you have to have a predictable orbit. That's what makes a planet. Not how big, how small. It's that in January where it's going to be, in June where it's going to be, that planet that you could see with your infrared where the light bounces off. It's complicated. But the point is, the matter is, they've known that there are many different galaxies, many different solar systems, many different suns, many different things. They don't like to talk about things in the United States. Don't rock the boat. Don't get the people agitated. Don't get the people inspired. Don't let the people know who they really are and their ancestors, our ancestors. Anyway, it's like a sorry ass joke. It's a sorry joke about what is what. So I mean, it's very perceivable that we could have a fake alien invasion. And this three-eye atlas thing, though, it does exist. It does exist. And whom will it serve? And why should this, if we did have an alien invasion, why should they contact the leaders of governments? Right? Why couldn't they get someone else? Someone who, a farmer, a carpenter, an astrologer, right? Why couldn't they? Why? Why should they care about what the status of whom they say, hi, I'm here, be? Right. So let's see. Are we going to have a fake alien invasion? We've already said, okay. Now, let's use these cards and let's just cut through it. Are we going to have a fake alien invasion? Make sure that they're on the right side. Let me see. Already the Eight of Swords. Ooh, it'd be like maybe. Let me see. Let me see here. Fake alien invasion. Ooh, it's like a little activity, and I see that my visuals get a little crusty, a little something. Well, that's just how it is up here in the mountains. So I'm supposed to sit here and just, eat burgers up here or something. Are we going to have a fake alien invasion? Yes, are we? Now, I'm going to pick 4 cards. Let's just see. These 4 cards. We got 2 so far. This one. Are we going to have a fake alien invasion? Okay. I'll take these 4 cards here. And let's see. And we have here the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Visuals don't want to cooperate, do they? The Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Huh. The Queen of Swords. That means is that it's possible. It's possible. The communication that people are ready for interstellar communication. We've all watched so much Star Trek, Outer Limits. We've all watched space programs for decades after decades after decades. I mean, Captain Kirk is as an old man by now. He's been doing that stuff for I don't know, forever. Star Trek, Star Wars, the rest of it. The rest of it. Three Eye Atlas. Three Eye Atlas. I was communing with Three Eye Atlas, trying to get up there, channeling myself, flying into space in the darkness. And I came as close. I would say I felt myself about 100 miles away from Three Eye Atlas. I could still see the image, but I couldn't get closer. And I don't know why. I'm going to try again. Just channeling my consciousness. Try it. Try it yourself. Try to connect with this Three Eye Atlas and see if it is a rock, a comet, or what? A probe. Now we have seen a lot of intelligent things, things that seem that they were technical things. I'll put that way, technical things come out of this Three Eye Atlas. And we know that the day that we are officially or unofficially recognized by the intergalactic societies, the groups, the nations, the planets, excuse me, that we will have transformations. Now, power structure, the 2080, do not want to give the people a chance to experience change, especially in Western societies. I'm sure it's in Eastern too. Of course it is. Of course it is. Power is an elixir. Power is so tempting. Next card we get is justice. 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 You can feel justice being the governance, power, power, power. Power of it. Three Eye Atlas, the power structure. We can just say the power structure. Well, Three Eye Atlas. Aren't you up there? Just travel with me for a moment. Let's go. Let's leave our places, leave our bodies, and let's just go into the void of darkness. And then we're just floating around. We don't have time and light years to get to where Three Eye Atlas, behind the sun, the distance behind the sun. Just think about just traveling around in the universe, in the consciousness, in the dark. See where we're at? We're out of the stratosphere. Well, of course, we're past the atmosphere. We're into the stratosphere, past the Kuiper Belt. We're up there in the darkness, wandering. Where will we go? Who is watching? And we've sent messages out for, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, X amount of years ago. Space travel, space contact. And remember, we also have the ancient civilizations. They've left marks that they have astronomy down. They know where the planets were. And we're fed certain information that we are the first. We're not the first, people. We're not the first humans that have traveled. We're not the first, and we won't be the last. Of course, if we nuke each other out, we may well be the last. But do you think for a moment that the interstellar or the interplanetary worlds are going to allow Earth just to go poof, poof, with like a nuclear explosions without having a ripple effect on solar systems, galaxies beyond the Milky Way that we call our unit? Do you think so? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to sit back and let things. They're not going to sit back and go, we'll let them squabble about things by themselves. That's something that even if you planned a fake alien intelligence or intelligent invasion, that's not something that they would just allow to happen. There's too many risky factors in it. And then we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords. Wait and see. Wait and see. A timing card. Even if they put a fake alien invasion, does not mean they're real aliens, non-humans. There's nothing to do with them. They don't care how many acts, how many broadcasting, how much drama. They don't care. They don't care. Either we join the societies, the world now. And I don't mean under duress in that sense of like the power hungry few 20% who know of things and they can afford to have the time to acclimate themselves to finding artifacts, treasures, clues. Whereas the miserable 80% are not supposed to have the time or energy, even thought patterns to go there. And then here we have the Empress. We have the Empress. No, we don't have the Empress. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Same Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles. It's all very receptive. It's all very, people, they could be coming here. They could be, I mean, if you think about certain things in this, in the country, in the world, it's becoming more and more unfit for a lot of the people to live. And a lot of people have given up. There's a reason for this division. There's a reason. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen, I feel it's also a resource thing. I mean, what could we possibly be offering to an advanced civilization? To a civilization that has more technical advances than we, unless they squander their riches and their jewels like we have, or that we've been led to believe that we have, then I don't really feel that the United countries of the world, the vibrating countries of this world, are inhabited by only humans. I do not think that this is only a one race, human race, planet. There's also under the seas, the mysteries of the seas and the oceans, underwater. Besides always aerial, look to the sky, there's many places to see. And we've had no explanation. And then we have a lot of ignorance and a lot of like magic. I'll put magic. So will they try for a fake alien invasion? If it's profitable. And if they could garner enough emotions. The government's power structure will indeed try so. They will try so. I think it's a good possibility that we could have a fake and a real alien encounters. Fake and real. It's the same thing with like people who are exercise and don't exercise. People that use surgically enhanced body features and others that use more other types of people that, use other type of things. So it's all very, there's no one way. There's no one way with anything. It's just what do you feel? How developed are your consciousness to tell the difference between fake and real? And we are definitely not the only ones around in this universe. So let's get over ourselves. So let's see what happens. So until the next time, let's see. Yes, we can have a fake alien invasion, and we can also have a non-human encounters. And if we've already have had it, and this is a debate as old as time. So until the next time, think about it. Thank you for the likes. Bye bye.